And hello, hello, hello again. Judging by the timeline, we're going back in time.
Come here. You need to hide, Dante. No matter what happens, you mustn't leave.
This is very back in time.
I promise I'll be back. I know this is hard. You must listen to me. Be a big boy. A man, huh? If I don't return, you must run. By yourself, alone. You must change your name. Forget your past and start a new life. As someone else. A new beginning. Virgil! Where are you, Virgil?
I can't believe Dante's mum is fucking dead.
For a second there, I thought you were gonna shish kebab me.
I know how stubborn you can be. I thought it might be the only way to wake you.
What day is it?
The 15th of June.
A month? No wonder I'm so stiff.
Right, Sunshine. Now put a fire under it. We gotta get going because that annoying pimple Nero is making a beeline for Urison, and if he gets there, he's gonna...
Hey, this is my gig. Leave Nero out of this.
If you could defeat Urison, then I never would have dreamed of fusing that child. But Urison is much stronger than we ever could have imagined.
One month ago, 15th of May.
Oh, it stinks in here.
I know. It smells like hot garbage.
This is far worse than I thought.
There's no crime in turning tail, V. These things might be a little too much for you.
You're right. I'll leave the rest to you.
What? Whoa, my, V. All the way down here and turning tail, really?
One must always have an insurance policy.
Who was that guy? Can't believe he just ran.
No one special? Come on. Let's go clean up this garbage.
First come, first serve on the targets, right?
Music to my ears. Hurry up, Dante!
Guess I get to see it with my own eyes. If it really is you.
And the game's still being a bit coy about it, well, Urison being Virgil. But we saw a Virgil-looking fella doing the thing. And the funny thing now here in 5 about Dante is that you can change his loadouts. For the sake of brevity and my muscle memory, we will just be using full loadouts, even though Dante doesn't have access to all of the weapons. Because, yeah, I just kind of roll like that. We will be limiting one little feature, since that only appears in a few missions. Or first appears in a few missions. Language, huh? Let's see, we've got our gear.
Did that guy really do this? Well, there's no accounting for taste.
Of course, that guy, you, him, all of that, is because, from a certain point of view, Mundus could also be Dante's reason for fighting. And now my muscle memory can kick in completely. And you might notice a little empty bar, like between the health and the devil trigger. it won't be relevant for a while. Though it technically is relevant already because we're playing on D&D, but for the sake of a slightly authentic experience, we won't use it. Not yet, anyway. And in 5, if you like whiff with the roller guard, you know, don't get the like frame perfect lock, it just takes away DT instead of, you know, only reducing the damage. Five also features the objectively best fist weapon in the entire series, which might look like Ifrit in a way from 1, but it's actually called Balrog. A motorcycle weapon because, oh shit. I've got a gun that is a hat because why not? And there we go. If we use the little other secret bar, this would have gone a lot faster, but we're not using it just yet. Also because it will give me a unique challenge, because I've gotten very used to using that feature. Which, tiny little glimpse of in the first mission. Also, like, something to complain about in 4. In here you can just... There's no recovery really between Dante's trick dodging or trick running, which means you can use it for transportation, kinda. And here we go. Shit. Lock into the animation. Like the ass thing I moved from the motorbike has the tiny caveat that fuck. And if you don't like jump cancel out of it, it leaves Dante very vulnerable. That was a very timely trick dodge, if I do say so. Actually meant to like just log the one behind us, but because of the way the log on targeting and all that works, that didn't happen. The thing about these is also that if they're staggered, they will very quickly unstagger by hitting the ground. which is just a tad bit annoying if you're trying to combo them and you, like, whiff by a tiny second. Hehehe. Another tiny detail which we saw in the prologue is that Dante's DT now also has functional wings. Like, it still very much is his code, but in a third jump and you can then glide around, which is highly impractical and you're never really going to use it, but it looks cool and it's fun, and sometimes you might just need to stay mid-air for a while and shit. Plus it's just, good old fluff. Barbed Discord. Chaos! Looks like chaos has been waiting for us. Oh shit! Wasn't fast enough to do this, to just stun lock it. Which is usually I am. I think the taunt actually worked even though the demon is dead. Uh-oh. Shit. It had time to accelerate. That was entirely on me. This wasn't really what I wanted to do, but it works. Hehehehe. There we go, this is how it's meant to be done. Hehehehe. Well, I must say that while they, go finish with the shotgun, which sounds and feels as good as it's ever done, or as it did in 1, I guess. Is that with the gunslinger style here in 5, just pressing the style button will Dante fire Ebony, whereas pressing the gun button will make him do a rapid fire with the Ivory. So it's very cool to just, finish with an Ebony shot, because he does that in the cutscenes, right? It's kind of neat.
He's gonna close if I don't hurry.
Met this guy before, but Dante is particularly efficient at dealing with them. Because you can do this with the Cerberus. I'll then do this because it stun locks it. Boom! Easy. I mean, if you don't know how to deal with that enemy, which like, I think it's called a... What? I can't remember its name and it doesn't really matter, but if you don't know the trick, then it's very tedious to fight. Hey, we did it! You might not be able to tell, but I've played a lot of Dante here in 5. Both with the Bloody Palace and also just replaying his levels because, holy shit, Dante is fun to play in this game. Nero and V are also fun, but, you know, Dante. And as I've stated a few times in this channel, like, comment, and subscribe, because I genuinely believe myself to be practically Dante. Like, he is literally me, and I'm literally him. You can't convince me otherwise. If you held up a picture side by side, Dante and me, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, and neither would you. So, returning from 4 is that if you DT, you can do more tricks and dodges, or tricks, so called, I think. Which is neat. It's annoying that the retaliation block thingy with the Royal Guard style only takes 1 attack, but of course it would be disgustingly broken if it didn't, so. It did an air, not an air. Jump cancel. Certainly whiffed it. But I want to. When he grabs the hat, you do that, and they come in. And if you get a lot of enemies with it, you can just whip them in to do this to them, and then they die. Don't know what hit is, but I suppose it doesn't really matter as long as we're still alive. It's definitely a different experience to play as Dante without using his bonus bar. Of course, just because I've gotten so fucking used to using it, just sort of cheese everything. The optimal way of beating these motherfuckers is to just hit them with the Balrog or Cerberus. Because if you can stagger them, they don't do this. Like, for the most part. How we do this? Get staggered. There we go. though when knocked over, they'll still teleport. Boom. And might just have to actually break my own authenticity rules that I'm already breaking with Nero because fuck, and apply Dante's other bar, which has been slowly filling because it fills when you take damage or when you just discharge DT into it. At the same time, it's kind of fun to play without it. Feel how it was to play Dante in, like, before reaching DMD, before getting extremely good at the game. Dante, no need to lock yourself into an animation when it means you get hit.
You ain't scared, are you?
Just face tanking hits every now and again. And when they have the hat on, they drop red orbs, so you can get 1,000,000 red orbs very quickly. Like, not exactly 1,000,000, but loads, is what I mean. Hoping it would parry it. Far Cry, but and if I hadn't already 100% at this game, that orb would have been a blue fragment right there. Good times. Man, they're already here. These ladies work fast. Maybe kind of out of sync, but I know the script of this game by rote, more or less. Cannot kill me! Very good, that felt good. Oh, shit, I was trying to look 2 places at once and also, like, press buttons. There we go, Brogan's back blades. Oh yeah, the hat also just shoots red orbs. Boom! And since it gives a little zoom-in frame at the end, you figure you gotta end with a cool frame, right? Cool shot. This mission is also one of those that's notoriously difficult to S-rank due to the calculations just being weird and the... Well, you know how, due to the prologue and everything, we know how Dante's fight with Urizen is gonna go. So you don't get any end-of-level boss bonus either. Insanity ablaze. Hellbent. Well, we'll show what insanity is when we shit all over his face. Or something, I don't know. Hey, we did it! Hehehe. Now we got some crazy encounter design. We got one of these speedy boys, and we got another enemy. You have to juggle both at the same time. Can't get me! Hehehe. There we go. DT, just in case it managed to hit us to get some iframes. Not really iframes, because Dante's DT doesn't have iframes, but, you know, to keep it safe from being staggered. That's what I meant. Yes, I know how words work. Also, like, rebellions to sign in this game, it's less of a big chunky slab of metal like it was in 3 and 4. Looks very sleek and I quite like its design. Sparta, however, I think is... and I've gotten used to it, I don't think it looks bad, but it looking like a chunk of meat, at least more so than it did before, is a bit weird getting used to initially, but then you remember that, oh yeah, of course, this PlayStation 1 graphics method from 1 meant that, oh yeah, of course, the Awakened Sparta, or Awakened Force Edge, which is Sparta, looks kind of funky. And in 4 they just used one's model but touched it up a bit, which is... it is what it is.
Yeah, getting close.
I can feel him! Again, here we have the Logon not targeting this dude, even though he is, by and large, the most annoying enemy here currently. Holy fuck, that went wrong. weren't airborne long enough. Come on, Dante, stop actually being, like, locked into your animations. The thing about roll guarding the big guy is that if you miss it, you will basically die. At least take half of your health, if not more, in damage. I mean, it's very satisfying when you do get it, but if you don't, you rather just, you know, not get as much of it. Roll guard charge and, you know, take a bit of DT damage instead of loosen DT. I should just get some free style points. Because the way it calculates it is that the longer you are at a style rank, the more points it gives. So by being at a triple S rank for a long time and not letting it deteriorate, gives you loads of points to the final tally. Which means that this move here is very good. Dance Macabre, it's very good for that. Set free. Shit. I had to do the move that gives iframes. Like this. It would be fun to parry with it, right? Let's just stun one of these guys. They have a lot of health, especially when they DC. If I recall correctly, they already, even before DMD, have a sort of DT-like state they can enter. Which means that into that and DT, that's loads of damage for you. I don't know if it hit us, but we dealt damage to it. Hehe! Just as planned. Only 5k style points. Without a continue, that might add up to enough to reach the threshold for an S rank, but I can't remember. I can't remember because I've grown fucking senile. I'm feeling it. It's him. Rib. Double rib.
Well, well.
Oh, king of sentient filth! Huh! I'm impressed! Those are two of the most badass women in the world.
And I
And I only know one other guy who can defeat him. Jackpot!
Dante.
Remember from 3 how they apparently used to say jackpot together and all that? It makes sense that it would trigger something in roided Virgil. I meant to beam it out. Shit. He's a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
See, bunch of A's and an S rank. There we go. The 6K needed for it, and we got it. No funny pics or cool pics this time though. Just whatever it is. But today's shout out goes out to all the cool people out there. All these smoking, sexy, stylish people out there. Keep on keeping on. Keep on being cool and awesome and new. And unlike the fight against Urizen in the prologue, as well as Mission 8 actually, this fight with him is unbeatable. You can actually beat him in the prologue and in Mission 8, which just ends the game there with an alternate ending. And then unlocks, if you haven't unlocked it already, the next difficulty setting, which is pretty neat. If it sort of, as you know, if you can prove that you're very good at the game, you can just play at the higher difficulty, it's alright. And that's cool, I think that's very, very nice. It's very awesome. But since Dante canonically does not defeat Urizen during the prologue time, you have to lose here. But record your data here for, or whatever you're doing here for the ghost data, which is also very fun. But yeah, stay tuned for the next mission in which we'll be seeing each other. Kisses.